At the time of recording this, I am not entirely sure what's going on planet Earth, let's say. So, if I drop this video at a really godforsaken time, I do apologize. I mean no harm by it, but it is February 29th, a leap day. Yo. It is a leap day, leap year, and it is Black History Month. And I gotta say, it's a real sign of a decline in this nation when it felt like that was an afterthought. Y'all went wild this February. It was almost like this was coordinated. I am going to have the emotional moment I deserve right now. Make sure that bitch in focus, and you are just going to vibe along for the ride with me. So I totally do not buy at all whatsoever. Like, dog, I'm off an edible. I'm off an edible. Niggas is high. Light up. You know what? I ain't even gonna cut this out. This shit gonna go raw. I'm gonna put this out raw. I'm gonna put this out raw. I'm not even gonna edit this shit. I chase nostalgia like a bitch, okay? I chase nostalgia like a bitch. And I used to believe that if I had any quandaries about how the world worked, that adults that were in my life would have fixed that shit for me. Like, I don't want to. I really want to work you through how terrible this Black History Month was, because as weird as it is to think in any form of fashion that the teachers that were around me like knew more about my dad's situation and how I was living than was let on. So like they would always like lend a hand out. Oh, he's so smart. Always like you have no idea what it is to look back on that and wonder if they were doing that shit for reasons that I didn't understand at the time. Like it really will fuck with you in a moment. Like how many relationships you case in point, there's a lot of shit when you grow up that you might have to one way or another unlearn. Whether it's the first jerk reaction to hit somebody when they make you angry, or if it's all that shit builds up. You trip 4 times, you don't like tripping, you make sure you don't trip no more. When you trip again, you get pissed the fuck off because like you've been, oh, I haven't tripped in 10 years. All of these habits, all of these habits, all of these places. Thank you for coming. Um, all of these things come down to a core experience. And I've been trying so hard to figure out how I'm gonna put the core experience into my videos. That's why it takes me so long to pick a topic. That's why I know I can sit up here for an hour and talk, but I'm worried about the footage being a certain way, in a certain form, in a certain format. Because I know what it takes to be a video essayist. I know I could put my special sauce in there. If all I had to do was spend Monday doing the video essay, and then Tuesday through Thursday editing it, and then by Friday it come out, I would make that shit so fucking fire. I've made a whole ARG inside of a live stream Twitch that is separate from a story that continues throughout this entire live stream. You think if I could put all that energy into like a film or some shit? I got my job, I got my side gig, I got this. You think if I had the time? Oh hell yeah. What this got to do with Black History Month? Well, see, I was built up on the idea that everything that I've gone through is self inflicted. Whether I didn't have the right resources, my mother died, there wasn't enough pull from this direction, we was poor in this direction, this was happening here, that was happening over there, whatever, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Who cares? Who gives a damn, right? Who gives a shit? What kills me beyond all of it is that at some point or another, I recognize at the same time that everybody else experienced some form of a core point of discussion that we have in today's modern world. What does that mean? Okay, translate. I can talk about food stamps and the process itself of getting that, worrying about income, etc., and all that when I talk about the poor person experience. My mind might jump there first. For somebody who's unaware of that, they might only talk about housing and cleanliness. They won't talk about the nature of the person. They'll talk about the nature or the state of homelessness and how people exemplify that state. Both talking about the exact same thing, except one feels a little bit more calculated. One feels a little bit more humane. Both should help us reach the same point, but they don't. Black History Month, white man burns himself alive, self-immolates for free Palestine, letting him know that we are committing genocide. Like, not even that Israel's doing it. The US is like, and I just read a nice thread on that said, like, this is shaking the chain of command. Don't care about what these people outside on Twitter say. Like, this is definitely, you're going to watch small little acts of disobedience build up, and it's already starting to happen, and they're trying to clamp down on it, but there's no way they're going to do it. You watch that happen, and then you watch motherfuckers say shit like, it was mental illness. He was brainwashed by the left. You got the biggest so-called progressive that sat with progressive values sitting out there saying, hey, it seems like the only thing he accomplished was getting a viral video that everybody gets to spit. Like, just saying nasty shit. Somebody sacrificed their life to make a point, and you sitting there talking about, ha, 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 it's so funny. Like, are we that desensitized? On Black History Month, we gonna root for the... Like, this is me being facetious at this point. For this point, it's gonna hit the same, but it's me being facetious. On Black History Month, you gave us a reason to root for the white guy, and you gonna take that away? You can't even take the W's when you get them, like, when you get them organically. You get the wins organically. You don't even want them bitches. Away with them bitches. Black History Month. Oh my God. If there was like a month where you would like listen to black people say, hey, there's a genocide going on. Nah, we don't want to hear it. Nah, we good. Nah, we good. Elon Musk banning accounts and say, oh, Japan's birth rate hits record low. Elon Musk retweets, Japan will disappear if something doesn't change. So many. It's like, oh my God, it's just so easy to just not be consistent in this country. And it's bothering me to a degree where, like, okay, Black History Month. sitting here having a conversation yet again about Hassan Piker and oh, that motherfucker said this, that, and the other. I'm sitting here like, yo, I put that shit on in the background when I'm not streaming to make sure I'm kept up on the shit that I'm supposed to know about Israel, Palestine, and whatnot. Plus, I got a Palestinian brother of mine who passed away. I shared his last words in his chat, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Sitting here watching that, and I'm like, bro, this shit is exhausting for me to watch. And I beat it. I'm 40 months out, like, I beat it. I beat it, and I still watch like 20 other creators for 30 minutes to an hour at a time, just so I can spread my love the right way. Like, and that shit is exhausting. I want to go outside and talk more after talking all this time by myself in a room by myself with nothing to riff off of but videos, or by myself, or having to listen to my own voice over again because I need to respond to a clip of something I said earlier because I'm listening to a debate for 3 hours by myself. This is why debate stream is a bullshit. Y'all be spending 3 hours riffing off of one video talking about I made content today. Suck a dick. Like, Hassan said this, and I'm like, no, he didn't. Like, this is not a conversation. Hassan gonna be like, oh, I've got to talk about this, and I'm like, bro, Hassan, shut the fuck up. Like, you're just complaining for the sake of complaining. Here's how I'd have handled it. You niggas is sucking dick. This whole conversation is made up. This whole conversation is made up. You literally spliced. It's between like splicing words that he said to create a dictionary of shit that he's done by himself. If you don't understand what I mean like AI, you know, like putting together a fake spliced, you know, hey, did you know that? Blah, 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 whatever. Versus like, you're one step away from that. You're just one step away from that. That's it. You're just one step away from that. A lot of these conversations are just one step away from, yo, wait a minute. Wait. Slow down. Hold on. Let's talk about this slowly. Why did you just say that? What do you mean by that? 6-word phrase really shuts everything up. You're spinning words like, I could be like, I hate the fucking Twitter waffles thing. There's a way better comparison. I will drink G0 and people be like, then why are you still fat? And I'd be like, I'm not fat. Like, my doctor, my BMI is like, why are you fat? Wait a minute. You're not in my reality. You're just making shit up. You want attention. You're just saying it to say it. And I hate now that, like, we are adults who still deal with people who say it to say it. Like, if I'm sitting on my phone and somebody comes in here and they're like, you're black. Thanks for letting me know I'm black. Banned. What are you going to clip from that? Thanks for being black. I hate white people. Like, what do you, like, if you're looking for words to clip into it, I don't care. I can't fathom that we care. Like, yo, there's so many things on this earth to talk about, to make, to create. And like, I spend my life and this Black History Month show, you don't give a fuck about shit. You don't give a fuck about no topic. You don't give a fuck about nothing. And there's like a select group of people who care enough to at least try to stay consistent and straight. And then they just get mowed down because everybody's waiting for a downfall. Everybody's waiting for me to slip up and say the N-word with the hard ER on stream. Everybody's waiting for me to get in the room with Wick and be like, you a white supremacist cocksucking motherfucker. So they could get the clip and then they could do that. And it's like, it's boring. You're boring. You're lame. All of this shit that happened this fucking month, man. All of this shit that happened this month. And we still sitting here. We still sitting here debating if there's an actual genocide happening. We debating whether or not Diddy gay instead of Diddy sexually assault somebody. The biggest website controlling most of the media is now run by a white supremacist Nazi. Nazis pretending to not march. The Nazis are feds, guys. We got Nazis walking in the street. Y'all couldn't wait till March. People in the troll comments trying to say white, happy March. March is white, straight white pride month. And it's like y'all couldn't do this, the Hitler salute and shit over there. Man burns himself alive, and like everybody is spinning back and forth on who gives a fuck versus like, are we serious right now? The biggest transphobe on the planet that it consistently stokes death threats literally goes into an interview and says, hey, people aren't equal and I have no real reason to hate trans people except for I just hate trans people. And I'm supposed to keep people's happy and smiling. And I'm supposed to tell them, vote for Biden. Uncommitted vote for the first time hits a staggering amount, and everybody's running so much damage control that we're like, yo, are you for real? Do you know that by like you choose the words you say on the internet? So like by choosing to say this, like you do know that we can see the bullshit right there, right? Like you do know we can see the bullshit. Like we can see the bullshit. But then they look at you like, but we not bullshitting you, and I'm like, dog, this is something like that, like my dad would try to get away with when I was 8. What do you mean $100 just got up and walked away? I put it here. All of a sudden, it's not there. Now I'm 26. I wake up and you over here looking through my carpets and looking underneath my shit for a little bit of change so you can get cigarettes so you can get high. Like, do you not think I'm gonna tie that back to my childhood? If you're not gonna admit it now, then I'm sorry, but you probably gonna die not ever admitting it. Most people be like, damn, that's mad traumatic. Why would you bring that up right now? Cause niggas is dying off the shit that they sell. Like, yo, it's like everybody experienced something that led them to the same conclusion. And that was my Black History Month. I'm the Paradigm Shift. See you later. I should just upload this today because it's going to be like my Black History Month.